Hi everyone, welcome back. Here after a few minutes scratching my head, I think I've finally come up with the solution for this area here. But there's a few things I've got to negate around first. Initially, I screwed down the floorboards, these overhanging sections here. Then I put the stairs over it. But in my rush to get the stairs in, I didn't really think about how I'll access the screws if I needed to, but I've come up with an idea and I'll take you upstairs and I'll show you just how I'll get over it. It might help you out in your situation as well. So we're talking about this section here. Now I just tack these in temporarily, obviously with screws, but then I lifted this and fixed it in over the top of it. So, you know, you can't get a drill in there to get those out. You can't get a hand screwdriver in there. So this is what you need to get you out of this situation. Yep, a little socket set and a Phillips driver in one of the sockets, and then simply, oops, you're going to need two hands, obviously. That goes in there, apply a bit of pressure on the top and you're able to ratchet it out if they've not gone in too hard. Just like so, apply a bit of pressure above and then just slowly undo them. Now, they don't need to come right out, it's only the thread that's gone into the floor joist below. Worst case scenario, you can cut them off and prise whatever you need to off the threaded screw that's left. There are ways around these little issues. So we're in a position now where all of these boards can be marked and slid out and cut if need be. Okay, so they're all tapped back now. Yep, that's okay. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. Can't get my measurements just right. Now I think I'm going to have to cut that joist down a bit. Maybe replicate it this side. Yeah. Measure twice, cut once, or measure 4 times, cut once. Okay. I think I've got it. Close. I need to cut this with a handsaw, so I've got to remove this board somehow. Maybe that one. The stairs are now floating, a short flight up the top. I'll screw down to these, no more. Okay. Now it gives me access to this point here. And that's where I've got to cut through with the handsaw, and that thickness will allow for a board to face it off and the grille to fit behind it. It's hard work at that angle, got to be careful on my shoulders. Right, lifting, it's just certain angles. Can't get my skill saw in there, that's the only problem. I just have to pace myself. I think it is important to know how to use hand tools. You've only got to get a power cut, you've got to do a job. You know, if you haven't got any, or you're not that used to using them, then you're going to struggle more. That's it. So now what that will allow us is to go long ways like that, across the face of that, finish that off, and then our railing will fit hopefully between that one and the one behind me. A little bit of packing out to do, levelling. We've got to scribe these boards and then cut them. Yeah, we're making progress. So now with this side, I've got to actually add a piece on, so the board's nice and level when it goes on. Could it be the piece I've just cut off is the right size? Yes, it is. Isn't it nice when things fall like that? Now I'm a bit limited with the angles that I can shoot for this video because there's not a lot of space there, and yeah, it's a light issue as well, but I hope you get the gist of what I'm trying to do to this point. Next thing I'm going to do is cut this facing plank, same width as our grille. Check. So now it's back on with those boards. So the next job is just to drill these out and get some screws in, nicely fixed. I've just very briefly held it in place just to make sure that I've got everything lined up, and I have. Right, let's get this out and fixed in. Everything's so heavy, isn't it? Mind you, it's a sign of good quality. So let's just show you the progress I've made. It's not been easy to film, obvious reasons, but this is where we've got to so far. So no real special carpentry skills involved here. It's all going to be hidden. I just doubled up on the brackets. This will be covered by the plasterboard. Yeah, so we're all nice and flush and level. Let's see whether that grille fits in there now. You know, I've offered it up a minute ago and it fit, but when you start putting fixings in, stuff starts to move, and then all of a sudden what went in first time doesn't the next time. But let's see. I'll be glad when it is fixed because it ain't getting no lighter. Right, yeah, just as I thought. Because the old timber tapers, it does present itself with challenges. I may have one here. I may not. Let's have a look. That is just pretty much where I need it to be, really. I don't need to hit that with a hammer. Not too hard. Almost don't need any fixings, but I will fix it. Okay, just got to come up a little bit higher, get some screws on the underside into that timber. You know, I have to reach as high as I can for the underside so no one's going to be hitting their head on there. Yeah, that's great. Obviously it'll be rubbed back and painted. Yeah, it's just another little detail, isn't it? A plasterboard will just go through like so, and we can either put a timber through there or just push this up a little bit higher. Same with that side. You won't see any of the bracketry, it will be taken care of. So I think my next job will be is to put in a little joining piece, like a little noggin that picks up the two floor joists. It also ties in the nil post nicely. So I'm going to mirror that this side, this piece here. Got me marked. I'm rather fortunate, it's just about big enough. Well, yet another challenge overcome. Well, that is it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye for now.